everybody, how are you doing today? So I have been on holiday last week, but I am back with a very new video and I thought it was time for another tag. So today we are doing the living abroad tag because I live abroad. So let's do it. So thank you very much to Emily Blunt who made this video in 2014 actually. And yeah, I watch Emily Blunt's videos quite often because she's a Brit living in Germany. So she's kind of doing the other way around, which is really cool. So if you're watching, hey. And yeah, I thought it was really cool idea, so today I am doing it. Let's go. Question number one, what is my name? Sandy. Which country do you live in? I live in the UK, to be very specific, in England. Do you live alone or with your family? I live alone, but with a housemate. How long have I lived here? I have lived here abroad for 9 years, here in this flat for 2, in London for 2, and yeah, but abroad for 9 years. Have I ever lived in another country than England? No. How old are you? I am 21 years old. No, I'm 29 years old. Why did you decide to move abroad? Well, I wanted to work as an au pair, so I randomly moved abroad for 6 months and I really liked it here, so I kind of gradually decided to, you know, stay. I've made loads of videos about that, so if you watch them, you know, down below or on the side, you'll see all the details of my moving abroad story. Was it hard to get a residence permit or a visa? No, it wasn't, because, you know, moving from Germany to England is easy. You don't need a residence permit or a visa at all. Looking at Brexit, it might become harder in the future, but right now it was super easy. What was the worst experience I have had in England? Okay, so I haven't looked at the questions before, but it comes to my mind straight away, and it was actually a moment where I experienced racism against me being German. So I'm not going to say where the other person was from because I don't want to start any big discussion, but basically I was speaking German on the phone to my sister, and someone I was with on the bus shouted at me, you know, and saying, you know, something not nice about me being German. I should shut up, and he didn't want to be in the bus with me and all of this. So that has happened only once, and you know, these things do happen, but yeah, that was definitely the worst experience. Tell us about a tourist attraction and talk a little bit more about it. Well, I'm going to make this very easy for me. London is my tourist attraction, and I've talked about London in so many other videos. There is actually a playlist that you can watch which is called My London Adventures, and in there I talk about loads of really cool things and restaurants and events and all of this in London, so that's my answer. Do you speak the local language? Yes, I do. How well does the country you live in receive foreigners? Very well, all the time, not a problem at all. Please don't see that the comment I made earlier about the racism as a norm. It's definitely not the norm. England receives foreigners in the most welcoming and warming way I have ever experienced, really. They kind of soak up cultures of other people, which is really beautiful. Do you miss your family? Yes, I miss my family every single day, but in a very positive way. So I do think about them, I talk to them, you know, and every time they come visit or I go visit, it's always very emotional, but I'm never sad, because if I was sad, then I would have to go back, right? What products from home do you miss the most? I think I probably said this in a very old video of mine, but it is still very true. It's the bread, it's the German bread, the fresh bread from the bakery. Still haven't found any good equivalent over here. I found rye bread now a few years later, and it is good, but fresh bread from the German bakery I will forever miss. What are your plans for the future, and do you want to live there forever? I don't tend to plan ahead too much. At the moment I would like to live here forever, but you know, life changes and things change, and you know, there might be a change in my life and I might move to Berlin or, you know, another country, or I don't know, but for now I would like to live here for a longish time anyway. What's something you use every day where you live that you think your home country should have? That they don't have in Germany. Does contactless payment exist in Germany? I don't think it does. Basically, I have a credit or Visa debit card or something, and I can touch things with it and it pays instantly. It's like Apple Pay, and it's the most easiest and most convenient thing that I could think of right now that I use every single day. And I don't think that exists in Germany because Germans tend to be very careful with credit cards and stuff. So that should happen, because then that would be awesome. What suggestions or tips do you give to someone who wants to live in this country, in England? Again, I've made hundreds of videos about tips of, to give to you if you want to move to England, but I guess if you want number one tip, you need to be sure that this is what you want to do, and if your heart tells you that you want to move to England, then that is your decision, and then you need to do it. And don't let anyone else tell you you can't do it or you shouldn't do it. If your heart tells you you should do it, then you should go. And again, look at my other videos, it's like there's hundreds of other reasons. And finally, if you could describe in one word your experience in this country, what would it be? And it's adventure. That's my word. My word is adventure, adventurous. It's been an adventure every single day since I moved to England 9 years ago, and it's never stopping, and that is the word I would describe my journey abroad, my life abroad. Please also do the living abroad tag if you're living abroad as well. I would love to see your tags and comments and experiences, and leave a comment below what you think, and if you have ever had any, maybe what would be interesting, if you've ever had any bad experiences living abroad or being abroad as well. I would quite like to hear about that. And I think that is it for today. Thank you so much for being patient, because I wasn't there last week, but I had to go on holiday and enjoy a bit of the sunshine, but now I'm back and I can't wait to make more videos, and I think that's it for this week. I will see you next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Goodbye.